In this lecture, I will show you how to add 2D game objects. Now, why 2D and not 3D? Well, because right now we're inside of a 2D project, and Unity is usually made for 3D project mostly. So there is not much choice in 2D games. So you don't have many objects by default. The most important one in a 2D game, you've already been acquainted to it, is the sprite. You can click on Game Object and then go to 2D Object. And as you can see, the only choice is a sprite. And if I click there, we've already done it. It says New Sprite 1. And you can always click in the hierarchy and name it Sprite Round, for example. And as you can see, nothing is showing inside of the Game tab. If you go to the scene, you can actually select the sprite, but you don't see it. I'm going to move the bottle away by clicking on the R tool and moving the bottle. And you can see that the sprite is here, but there is nothing. So how do you add a shape to that sprite? Well, once you have the sprite round selected, go all the way to the right inside of the inspector. It says sprite renderer. And here you have to give it a shape. It says that it has no sprite. So click on the target and then select one of the sprites here. If you select the bottle, then as you can see, the sprite now is a bottle. If you select a knob, now it will look like a knob. And you may think that there's no knob, but it is there. It's actually just a round, some kind of a round circle that's filled. And the reason why we don't see it is that it's too small. So you can make it bigger. You guys should know how to make it bigger. Click on the expand tool. And once you're on the expand tool, select the center square and move it. And as you can see, as you're moving it, we see the knob. All right. Now it doesn't look that great because it's supposed to be a small sprite. And that's why it's all pixelated like this, low resolution and blurry. And you can always change the color in no time, okay, by clicking on the palette again and then change the color. All right, now the next thing you need to know is that you can add lights by clicking on Game Objects, and then you can click on Lights and adding them. And you can add also audio and more cameras that we've seen. I'm not going to go too much into particle systems, but think about special effects like fire, smoke, things like that. This is particle systems. Now, that's all you need to know for 2D. You already know how to import sprites, and this is the meat of any game. You need to import any PNG files, add them here. Now, why PNG? Because it also has alpha transparency, meaning that you can actually have a cutout. If you import a JPEG file, it will have a white background, and you usually don't want a white background. Alright, so that's it for the 2D. I'll see you guys in the next lecture where we're going to get into the 3D. Alright.